Over the weekend, I spent some time with some new clients, and we met up in Coffs Harbour. They're from Brisbane. I'm from Newcastle, so we sort of met halfway, which is really nice before we get into the online work together. And there's a few things that I noticed being in that in-person environment, getting to see these young girls playing their tennis in person and being there watching their matches. I get to matches from time to time with clients, but it's just present in my mind because it just happened sort of over the weekend. And something that really stood out was how much our kids look to us for validation. They look to us to be seen, to see how we react if we do. It's almost like they're building their sense of identity and esteem and self-worth off of how we see them and how we react to the things that we say, the things that we do or don't do. And it's, at times for me as a parent, I've felt heavy about this because I've been the child that didn't get his needs met. I've been the parent who's failed to meet his child's needs at times, and also doing my best, and every parent's doing their best. And it was just so glaringly obvious over the weekend how these two sisters would look to their parents. Now, this is not necessarily an age thing. Yes, certainly the younger, they seem to look more. There is differences between girls and boys, but as a theme, the theme rings true, is that our children are looking to you, their parent, as a place of safety, as a place of love and presence and unconditional acceptance, unconditional support. Nothing cuts a child deeper than feeling as though they're not enough and they need to work for love. No one should feel that they need to work to be enough. They need to work to feel worthy, to have a sense of enoughness. And I've been here. I think most people have, because, as humans, we're not unconditionally loving ourselves. And because we don't unconditionally love ourselves, we are unable to unconditionally love another. Anyway, that's a story for another day. Point that I would like to share today, maybe where you can get some use out of this particular video, is just becoming more and more aware of how and when your children are looking to you. And almost all children, they just want one thing, and that is to be seen. That is the main primary thing that your child wants, particularly at the younger ages, but even in the older ages, really at any age. It's first and foremost to be seen in it, almost saying on an energetic level, I see you. And so when I was, watching these young tennis players and they were playing, they would look over, and I wasn't even saying anything. You actually can't say much, can't give advice at junior tennis matches. But I would just be looking at them, regardless of what just happened in that point, with a sense of, you're doing great. I see you. Keep it up. Now, I'm not saying this with my words. I'm saying this with my eyes. And especially girls, but boys too. They can feel your energy. And so if a parent is saying, oh, when they look over and the child made a mistake, and the child looks off the court and they're like, oh, God, the child in their heart feels, oh, you don't love me. Now, obviously that's not what's happening, but in a sense it is. How we react to them, if we do react, or if we respond with presence and love and kindness, is the key difference. And most parents, and I've been in this trap myself, most parents are focusing too much on trying to give advice and trying to say the perfect thing and trying to correct behaviors from their children. All of your children's behavioral things get corrected naturally when you're present, when you're just present with them. They don't want the advice most of the time. Sometimes they do, but wait until they ask for it. Even when they're asking for it, it's probably coming from a place of, do you think I'm good enough? But you can just give your child what they need through your presence. And this is a skill that one gets to develop. Most people and most adults, most parents haven't developed the skill, are in the process of developing the skill, but they haven't developed it because they themselves didn't have a parent that was really lovingly present, unconditionally present. When they're there, they're there. They see you. They don't need to give you advice, eye to eye, soul to soul, heart to heart. We're talking about a deeper level of connection with your child. Yes, on a mental level, your child needs certain things and they need to be told no and they need to be guided, from the mind, but also what they really want is to be felt heart to heart. And so how you can apply this as a parent of an athlete is by, number one, becoming aware of where you are reacting. What times throughout the match or coming into the match are you feeling emotional, and then are you reacting from that emotion? We don't want as parents to be reacting from emotion. We want to be present and responding from love. Okay, now we all get emotional and it happens, but it's about responding more, responding kindly. And that's the first thing, is notice where you feel like you're getting emotional around your children, and particularly around their sport if this is sporting context. Number two is starting to choose to relax more, respond more rather than react. Being in a place of poise. I talk about poise as the optimal state for sport, but it really is the optimal state for anything, including parenting. A sense of everything's okay, I'm here with you, not a big deal, just go do your thing. A sense of relaxed calmness, peace and power it is. The peaceful, powerful present. The peaceful, powerful parent. It just came to my head. So number one, becoming aware of when you're getting emotional. Number two, learning how to, and practicing being non-reactionary, present, relaxed. Number three, sharing that gift with your children and your child by how you show up, by how you communicate with them. As you become aware of certain patterns that you're playing out with your children and how that's impacting them and your relationship with them, you can begin to choose differently, moment to moment. Choose to not have to say that thing that you think you have to say from emotion, repeating old habits, repeating old behaviors that you've done that you probably got from your parents. It's choosing new. It's choosing to parent more consciously, be more conscious. It's not so much about what you're saying and what you're doing. It's about your energy. The energy is one of presence, calmness, poise, love, acceptance, benevolence, generosity. It's that heartwarming feeling. And then whatever you do or don't do or say from that energy will be right, because you're coming from the right energy. Okay, so this is just an invitation for you to check yourself, where you're putting your own fears and insecurities and emotions onto your children. And there's an invitation to take ownership of that as a person and begin responding to your children more and just seeing them. On that court, I just remember the girls would look over and I'd just be there, regardless if they were winning. If they win the point or didn't, they'd be looking to me, and then eventually they just started to soften. Their energy totally softened because maybe they're used to looking over and feeling like trying to get a gauge on what their parents are thinking and feeling by their facial reactions and what they're saying and doing, and then basing their self-esteem and their worth and how they're playing based on that. But looking over to me, and I would just look in their eyes and not say anything but just smile. And I feel like their nervous system just settled. They felt safe. And then they played their natural game. So I've got plenty of resources around this. So if you want to have a conversation about how I could support you in how to become more responsive, less reactive, manage our own emotions, if you would like some guidance and support around this, please reach out.